Hey, good morning. Welcome to the CR&E Morning Brew, March 23rd, 2023. How's everybody doing today? I just fired up the train to see if we have any issues. Right, Artie gets the cookie this morning. Breakfast? What's breakfast? I don't know. Maybe an egg sandwich. One of those. Hey, Jason, Drain Freak. Good morning. Who's Artie? He got a breakfast sandwich. Morning, Jason. Kyle Stevens, how you doing, buddy? John Benecki. Good morning, sir. Oh, froze over. Thanks, John. Yeah, slowly but surely working on some different areas. Kind of was doing the bridge scene and I was working my way into the corner. Got a little, I don't know, I don't want to say bored, but I got to the point where I was just like, well, I don't know what I want to do with this field that I want to do with the corn and everything. And so, yeah, Wigwag, he's been slacking. I don't know. Like Jason said, Wigwag's been slacking. Train Freak has been cutting into his log flume river last night on his railroad. What was only going to be one river, it's now going to be two. Should be pretty cool. Hey, Daryl. Let's see here. I know Daryl mentioned we get a lot of rain out in California. Not very California-like. Hey, Ray. Ray Bertelson. Who else we got? Chris, Tennessee River Union. Good morning, buddy. Marcus and Trains. Good morning. Afternoon. Afternoon for you. Well, welcome in. Thank you. Tammy and Ray. Good morning. Hey, I got your I got this wonderful little gift from Tammy and Ray. Card in the mail. A day or two back. Says, we appreciate you. Happy March. Mom and Train Son Rail fans. Tammy and Ray. I got another sticker to add to my collection. It looks like it has a little, it kind of looks like a clover or something behind them, but I don't know if that's what it's meant to be. But very nice. Thank you for that. I'll add that with the stickers I have. And I got this cool little bracelet. Those rubber bracelets. Mom and Son Train Rail fans. Very awesome. Thank you so much. It's kind of a cool little added thing. I never thought to do a bracelet. I guess that's what that is, a bracelet. That's what I'm going to call it. But thank you. We're going to do a little short video or something on it, but I figured I would just thank you in here, hoping that you would be here today. If not, then I would have done that. Anthony Dodge, good morning. We got Jim Tedesco. Good morning, sir. As always, catch Jim this afternoon at 6 p.m. for a Short Line Thursday. It's always a good time. Be prepared for several rants. Jim likes to go on those, just like the rest of us. He drags us along with him on those. Oh, hey, there he is. There he is. I know a couple people were calling you a slacker there, Stephen. I don't know. You haven't been first in lately. That's all right. You like that, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I saw that on Instagram or something, and I had to send it to a couple people. You came to mind pretty much right away, Chris. Oh, speaking of Chris, I got this. I don't know, about a week or so back. Let's see. I'm going to patch out a. I don't know if I'm going to do a rail box or what. I'm going to patch out a box car with Chris's leasing company. It's East Ridge National Leasing. So he sent me a set of stickers, ERNX. And at some point I'm going to get around to it. I'm going to patch out something, box car, some kind of box car. Probably one of my 60-foot rail boxes, or maybe a 50-foot. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But that was pretty cool. Thank you, Chris, for that. It's pretty neat. I like those decals. Who made the decals for you? Hey, there's Georgia Sunbelt, my buddy Anthony. Good morning, sir. Yeah, it was awesome. Unexpected, but thank you. Stormy sky. Yeah, that's right. Coffee. I didn't grab a cup today. Oh, well. We can't have that. Hang on a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. Let me do this while I go do a couple things. There's a scene I've been working on. I showed it last night on Cab Crew Wednesday. For those who were watching that. Very exciting to just watch nothing but dead air. But let's see, hand pink waving. I'm just trying to catch up here. Hey, Plumber, great show last night, man. I was listening in the background for most of the time. Thanks for letting me come up. I know who stepped down. Was it Artie stepped down for a minute until somebody else dropped out and then he came back up. Good time, good show. It was a good day. Corn is tall, sun is shining. I think you can fix that just by cutting the bases down a little bit. The stalks will still be a little bit thick for HO, but I think if you mix it in with some HO scale corn, there's my shot. You'll be all right. It's a nice scene though you got going there that you showed last night. Joe Rader, good morning, buddy. Well, it's not quite the monstrosity of a cement plant that you have, but it's basically going to be it there. So it should be pretty good though. As much room as I have in this area, it's not as much room as I thought. It's never enough, But I guess it could have stretched it down the line further, but that's okay. No problem. I can't wait to see it. And Circus City did your decals. Yeah, they do nice work, man. Very nice work. So just doing our best. Good morning. Hey, appreciate that as always. Thumbs up is always good, and I appreciate you just thinking enough to pop in and say hello. So, and like I always say, I appreciate it. It's a Thursday morning. People are working. People have things going on. So just the guys that always do seem to make it in, and then I don't know. It is just humbling. It really is. Hey, Lee, what's going on, buddy? Good afternoon. So I'm trying to get to the bottom here. Trying to get to the bottom of this. Yeah, nice job, though, the plumber. That was a good show, man. Mike at Potham Junction. Thank you again, sir. It was very, very kind of you. For those that don't know, Mike won that locomotive from Daryl in his 10,000 subscriber contest. And he has gifted it, I guess you can say, to yours truly. So I can't say thank you enough. That was awesome for you to do that. You could have done many different things with it. You could have had him redraw. You could have given it to anybody else. You could have kept it. But I appreciate you passing it along. Very, very generous of Daryl for having it in the contest and putting it up for a prize, and for you to be generous enough to pass it along. Appreciate that. I really do. Very nice of you. Wilmer. Wilmer filled in for Robert on Tuesday. This is Thursday. Tuesday was Robert. Let me put my ugly mug back up here. I know the trains are much better looking than me, but yeah. Robert had something come up. He had to go out of town and asked me to fill in for him. Well, some of you may or may not know, and I'm tired of me talking about it, but my son is home. He is in my house. He is here till I think Wednesday. He goes back to Fort Campbell. He's back from Hungary, and trying to spend every minute I can with him while he's here. Of course, he's, like last night I got off work a little bit early, spent a little bit of time with him, but then he's going out with his friends and stuff like that. So, I mean, what are you going to do? But I take what I can get, man. It's been, God, close to 10 months since we saw him last. So it's good. Very good. So what I'm getting at is Robert wanted me to fill in for him, and I had to decline because it was the first night he was home. Picked him up Thursday, and, But Wilmer did a great job filling in for him, as always. Wilmer's he is the star of this On Track Tuesday crew. He is the, I don't know, founding father, if you will. He's like the I was watching for about an hour before I realized it was live this morning. Oh, yeah, but he's the one that really holds this whole thing together, man. Thanks, Stormy. When I had to have some coffee. I mean, a coffee cup. Instead of just my travel cup. I bring a couple of these down, and I usually fill them in here so they stay a little warmer in there. But I kind of like to see who's in the chat. So I'm trying to grab a couple cups of the guys I do have. Because thank you for the super chat there, Train Freak, Jason. Cool logo. Definitely go on his channel. You can get You can watch some awesome videos for one, but you can also get his merchandise. I've always loved his logo. It's just such a nice. I like graffiti anyways, and it's just so cool. And then Stormy Sky, yours is awesome too. I got it in the blue, so it's a little harder to see, but really nice. I like the blue. Different than just white cup. So I know last week I had Georgia Sunbelt on. I was drinking some of the pecan, whatever you guys say down there. Texas pecan coffee that he sent me. By the way, my son loves that. I'm going to be out of that. He's going to drink me out of that stuff. So, steel angle finally arrived. There it is. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Cause the scenery detail. That'll help. Believe me, I already ordered some stuff. Some cross bucks. I don't have any. Just plain cross bucks. No flashing lights, nothing, because it's on a private property, you know. Just part, you know. Daryl, thank you again, buddy. Has been a very big help with this whole area, just suggestions and like the whole concrete. Concrete is all it's masonite, like about an 1/8 inch thick. Again, if anyone was here listening last night, I talked a little bit about it last night. Nice bummer. But just the suggestions that he's made and help he's given. And I've had a lot of guys help me out. Like we all do, we kind of bounce ideas off each other. It's cool. It's fun. Him and I will go up sometimes on StreamYards, and yeah, it's super nice of him, man. I don't know what I ever did to have somebody be so generous, but thank you. Yeah, and we just kind of brainstorm. Once it's fun, and we brainstorm. It's better if you're talking on the phone. I'm constantly having to click pictures and send pictures. It's just easier because you can see it in live, like as you're doing it. So, anyways, thank you again, Jason. I can definitely put that towards some scenery material or what have you. You silly boy. Rainbow Bell, good morning. Way behind in the chat, guys. I'm trying to catch up. I don't know what that is. No idea. I think he's having a stroke over there, maybe. Yes, ma'am. Sure will. Sure will. Yeah, looks good, man. I said, did they feed you over there, or did they just make you work out a lot? Yeah, he wasn't a heavy kid, anyways, but he's bulked up a little bit. Looking good, man. Looking good. My wife put a picture of him on Facebook. I don't know if Pappy's in here or not yet, if he is or not. But when we pick him up at the airport, it's real close to that area that we like to go rail fanning. It's in Berea. I know the one day I was there with Pappy, and we caught probably 12, 14 trains that day. And I was there with Rick's Railroad and his wife one time. I told her that. We sat inside and we ate some lunch. I think it was last October. It was after the Berea train show. And it's awesome because it's an old station. It's built out of sandstone that was quarried right there in that town. And you sit like right next to the tracks. So the CSX line is a double line, runs right next to the station. And then maybe 50 yards, 100 yards back is another line for Norfolk Southern. And you just catch train after train usually. I only got to see one train. We took them over there after we picked them up to have lunch. And the food's great. And working and listening. Hey, Ray, that's fine, man. Appreciate that. Hey, man, have a great day, buddy. Hey, Chesco, what's going on? past 2 weeks, I think I can listen in for a bit. Anthony Dodge, I don't have a boss except the 2-year-old when he gets here. Yeah, that's probably a more demanding boss than any boss you've ever had. Oh, Jason, that'd be awesome, man. Yeah, do that. If you can do that, man. You could take it. You take your logo and actually make it on like I make my own logos. I had the Joe Geraci, friend of my wife's designed my logo. She's a graphic designer, and she doesn't usually do things for people, but because my wife and her have been friends for so long, and it was pretty simple for her to just do it, she did it for me. And Joe Geraci, I sent that PDF or whatever the hell it was. Don't ask me. I don't know how to do all that stuff. I sent whatever I had to him. He made my first original couple sets of logos. Now I was able to he sent me the file for that, and then I just bring it up like in a Word type document, and I'm able to like kind of modify it, and then I'll just like click it out so I can get like so many on a sheet. And I buy those water slide decal sheets. Now for the logo, I have to do white backing. For all the lettering and stuff, I do clear. So I was able to. I heard that bridge giving me trouble this morning. Temperature changes. It's raining. Been raining all night and all morning. It's a little weird. But anyway, so I'm able to print out my own logos. I don't buy my decals from anybody. My own decals, I mean, not logos. So all the decals I make now, are they 100% prototypical? Like if you went to Circus City or one of those other places? Probably not. Is it good enough for the Crooked River and Eastern? And I don't think anybody I've sent anything to has had a complaint about it. You know, I did finally figure out how to add like numbers for the ends of the cars, because I didn't have that on there. My little data sheets probably aren't right, 100%. But anyways, long story, Jason, you could probably easily do it at home. I do it right on my inkjet, whatever, a normal printer. Print it out. You can do a couple light coats of like clear coat over it, so that it doesn't, so the ink doesn't wash off when you put it in water. It's very simple, very simple. And I would definitely be interested in some of that for graffiti, man. You can sell a sheet with a couple different kinds on it or something or whatever. You go on eBay, you could buy graffiti sheets. I don't know, between $5-10 a piece. Shipped even. A lot of them are even free shipping. You just stick them in an envelope, basically. Anyways, that was a long way of saying that yes, absolutely, I would love that. Thanks, Dave, for the kind words, but it is a group effort for On Track Tuesday to be the show that is. Well, yes, it really is. I agree. And I also, it is a joy to be associated with all you guys as well. Looking forward to seeing you and Robert. Is Robert still coming up? Wife and I are going to go down into April to stay with Anthony, Georgia Sunbelt. And we're going to head over to Timonium one of the days, Saturday, I believe. And I believe Robert's coming from Texas, and then Wilmer, and I think his son Buck might be coming, and it should be a good time. Looking forward to that. Let's see, maybe I missed something there. So I get off on these little rants like that, and then I get way behind again. Start to get caught up maybe, and then I get behind. Because we're really sad. Well, Chris said he used Circus City. I'm not sure if you could just send them your logo. I guess you could. I've used a guy named Dave's Decals on eBay. You probably could reach out to him. In fact, I think he might be the one that did the decal on my auto rack of the stormtrooper. That was actually a photo I took when I was in Tampa Yard. That was actually Rockport Yard with Robert Sacco a couple years back. And hey, Thomas, good morning. Yeah, the masonite works good. I've been known to use that foam sheet, that Silly Winks or whatever it's called. That works out nice too. It's a lot easier to cut than to use, but I wanted, you can't buy a sheet as big as I needed it. I wanted this to be pretty much one solid sheet of concrete. I'm debating, and maybe you guys can help, how many feet would cut lines be? You know how they do the cut lines in the concrete? The expansion joint type lines? Yeah, there you go. That's what I get there. Well, laser jet or inkjet? But either way, I didn't buy it from Micromark. I ordered mine right off of Amazon. I think I've actually bought it at like Staples and Micro Center and places like that to sell computer type stuff and printers and that too. Why don't you come move somewhere that has stuff? Get off of the island. Damn it. But here again, Anthony, if you have the file, you can load it into a Word document. You can make your logos. You just have to, size them out right. Say how big you want it. I don't know if I have mine as actually any kind of scale size. I just kind of eyeball it. And then I save it so it comes up the same way every time, so I'm not having to redo all that every time. That's how I do it. I'm not saying it's the best way. I'm not saying it's the right way. I mean, it works for me. And, tell you what, it's a whole lot cheaper than buying decals from everywhere. More coffee needed. I'll drink to that. I'm drinking the cherry one again today. I go back and forth between, when I got that pecan, I've been drinking the hell out of that too. But I love the cherry blend from Orchard, Freedom Hill. It's an Orchard Cherry, I think it's called. And then from Black Rifle, I like their Beyond Black. It's nice and dark and strong. Tester sells a do-it-yourself decal kit. Worked for me. There you go. So there's all kinds of different ways. I mean, and obviously you can give, contact Lake Circuit City. There's other ones out there. They're just not coming to the top of my head. American flags. What are you talking about? Spread for your service. Where, on your decals you got flags? No. Oh, Micromark decal. I haven't used Micromarks. Maybe I'll try it next time. I was able to buy, a pack of, I don't know, 8 or 12 of them, fairly decent. There's $10-15 for it, whatever, through Amazon. Stupid. What the hell did I miss? Hey, Jim, that was funny when the girl got stuck inside it. Oh, yeah, Jim, that was funny. That was funny. How in the hell did she get in there, man? Jim said he sent a little clip of a police officer having to get thank God she was tiny. She was probably a teenager, she wasn't a little kid. Got herself inside of a dryer, the drum of a dryer, and got stuck. And they got her out, but it was like, what the heck, man? How did you do that? Why would you do that? Okay, I'm trying, Jason. Jason just sent me a catch up on the chat, man. Yes, Wilmer, you do. I had my original logo was based off of the C&O Progress rail, Progress logo, and then I kind of updated it to this. I don't know if I have any of those cars left. I think I might have a box car left or something. 29th. It's a Saturday, right? Eh, if you were talking about what listening and participating on my show, I appreciate that. And just in general, there's so many. Like, you can just sit all day. Oh, sweet, Ray. Oh man, that'd be cool. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I'm up for it if Anthony is. The wife would just have to drag along with us. Tag along. Shh, don't tell her. Don't tell my wife. If you do send Flow soon, it's better to send it as a PNG file or others, not a JPEG, as big as possible. That's according to my daughter. Okay. I've heard of JPEG. I think I've heard of the PNG, but I don't know any difference in what they do or any of that stuff. So, hey, John Prescott, how are you? All right, I'm trying to fly through Broomy Rail. Good morning. Well, good afternoon to you. Let's do this, Broomy. I have done a couple of things. So we'll get a nice view of it coming through this area here. Well, it's got a ways to go, but I'll leave it there for now. It'll come through. Give it a couple minutes or so. X-Acto knife to cut the lines before I paint the base coat. Okay. So you just use clear and then you paint behind it? Yes. Yes, Jim. All right, I'm going to tell you what, I'm just going to see that I didn't miss anybody. I'm going to just kind of yeah, they got the Pam sprayer down with it. I'm not that far behind. Okay, PNG, you can put a transparent background on it, which is very. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I've noticed that before, like there's been times where I had originally had my logo where it was not that way. And my wife did something to it. Oh, thanks, John. Very far from being done. Got a long way to go there. I put a little guardrail up there in between the track or in between the little road there. So I'm going to have the trucks come through that way. Here, get rid of you. So the trucks will come through at the left side. I got to move that yellow line there on the left. The one on the right is just kind of like a safety tape for the rail there. But the other one was going to be kind of like a road / driveway, whatever you want to call it, because the trucks will come in down there where that blue truck is from the gatehouse, and then they have to come this way. It's going to be like a one way. So I'm going to move that line closer to the building. I didn't account for the support here for the conveyor. So trucks will come down through here and they'll come around down here by the bottom of the cars. and up around that side of the where that truck is parked in this picture. And that's how they'll get into the loading docks for the trucks. And they'll go right back out over the tracks there and back out through the guardhouse. So there you go, Broomy. Broomy. Get a better shot of the trains. We'll let this finish here and I'll start putting more comments up. Not a bad scene, though. I mean, it's got some work to go for sure. I mean, it's early on. I haven't done any weathering to the buildings or anything. I did add that the dryer and the shed on this side. It was from the Walters dust collector, not dryer. Dust collector kit you can buy. Froze up on me. What the heck? Yeah, John. So what I did was, I don't know why that cut out on me like that. My wife said she was having all kinds of trouble with the internet yesterday. So you see from the backdrop, this is like 2 feet. It's just short here. So you can kind of see on the very right side in the curve, it didn't make it all the way. But that's okay. I'll leave that squared off. I'm going to put some scenery along in here. I'm going to probably put a chain link fence all the way around the outside of this thing anyhow. So that's one piece. It was 2 foot, about 4 foot I bought. I was going to buy a 4x8 sheet and just have them cut it at Home Depot. But the saw was down that day. So I didn't have my van with me and I didn't want to come home and get it. So I just bought the 2x4 sheet. I bought 2 of them. So I cut it. One was solid. I just, I cut it out to fit. Then I added another like 2 foot piece just on the back side of the rails way up there, just past where the blue truck is. And then I did some mudding. So in between these 2 tracks that you see here, from tie, like where the tie is, to where the tie is, in the middle is masonite. I covered the ties and the rails with drywall compound all the way down in the middle of the tracks, just the middle of the rails. You know what I mean? So, and let me tell you, there's a reason why I don't like using that stuff. It's a mess. It's a total pain in the neck to where's the camera doing that? There's these cheap cameras that I have. Anyways, yeah. So it's just messy, man. So I thought about doing that. I thought about using the foam sheet because with the Code 100, you can lay a piece of that foam, silly winks, whatever it's called, sheet. You've seen me use it before, right in between the rails. And it's perfect height. Now Code 83, it's too tall. I've gone over this before and showed you how I've done it. Not that I won't continue to do it that way. I do it now that I know about the masonite and I've used it. I like it. So I'll probably keep going with that in areas anyways. Yeah, and I thought about doing like a long styrene sheet piece in between. I like the look that I got with the with the drywall mud in between. But it's just messy. I ran a truck, an old Tyco. I ran an old Tyco. I think it was Tyco or Bachman, one of the two. Just a truck with those old plastic pizza cutter flanges on it, if you know what I mean. I wanted to get it nice and deep in there. I did that when it was just not wet still, but like wet enough, and I would keep wetting the wheels down and ran it in there. You had to keep cleaning the mud off of it. Am I back up though? It's just that one camera giving me a trouble over there for some reason, out of the blue. It's working just fine. Not saying it don't recognize it. Stupid man. Maybe that's what I get. You get what you pay for. It's one of those Amazon cameras I paid like $10, $12 for. But anyways, got a nice picture, but for some reason, I don't know why I'm getting an issue with it. Might be the strip that I'm using to plug these all in with. Yeah, I know. I actually even thought about buying the Walters intermodal system. It's going to get expensive though, but just for the in between the tracks would be worth it. Like their road system that they use for Chris, Tennessee River. Didn't you use their for your street running area, the Walters street system? The 3mm. Okay. Is that the thickness of it or the 3mm? I like that stuff. It's easy to work with. It's easy to cut with a scissors or a blade. Yeah, but just like you, John, when I get to the second level, I will have a lot of that to do. Everyone enthusiast, good morning, hello. So, well, yeah, I really should just do an update video and be done with it. It's just a matter of doing it, man. Hey, 187th, HO Skills Steel Mill Model. How's it going? Morning. Yes. Well, that's why I didn't do although this, I want to say the masonry that I bought, there's two different thicknesses up at Home Depot. And this is the thinner one. I believe it's 1/8 of an inch. And the other one's I want to say 1/4 inch. It seems thick. But it it's fine. I mean, it's a good height for the rail for a Code 100. Okay, Wilmer, we'll see you, buddy. Gotta go, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping in, man. Chris says, yeah, but it's finicky if you don't have it right. The trains will hit it. In fact, I'm going to completely redo the street running area. Well, that's with anything, though, Chris. I mean, if you don't install it right, properly, it's going to do that. I mean, I would assume. So, I mean, I'm not knocking your work. Don't get me wrong, because you do great work. But I'm just saying, as an in general thing, if you build something and you don't build it right, it's not going to work right most of the time. Yeah, if you haven't checked out Chris's channel, definitely check it out. Okay, well, maybe that's what it is, 1/4 3/8. I didn't really look at it, and then I already tore the sticker off. Do I have a piece sitting there? Stand by. I have one sitting under. Yeah, I didn't use all of this one. I think it still had a tag on it. Oh, let's see. Oh, Jason, it definitely says 1/8 by 2 feet by 4 feet. It's 1/8. So definitely is 1/8. Yeah, I don't know which plug this is, but I'm going to unplug it. I don't know which one I unplugged, but I was hoping if I unplugged it and replugged it in, that I would get that camera back up. All right. There it is. Back up again. Train Freak, have you found a crane you like yet? Need the exact manufacturer or model number. What do you 3D print or something? Oh, there you go. The Cyrus Erie 22B claw with chains. Is that for like a scrapyard or something? All right, cool, John. Update video. Making some progress. Chris says, well, it was made for code 100. I'm using code 83. I had to sand down the bottom, so that's why it was really finicky. So I'm just going to go back to drywall mud. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, man, it ended up working out okay, but you really have to, I really had to work with it. And I know guys do it, and I meant to do it, and I didn't do it, and it sucks. So do it. If you're going to use drywall mud, mix your color in with the mud before you lay it down. Several guys, Chris being one of them, Daryl being one, told me to do that. I think maybe even Train Freak told me. Several guys have told me to do that. And in my excitement to do this, I didn't. I forgot that step on the first layer, first coat. And I remembered it for the second coat. Once you start getting in there and digging with your razor knife and whatever to make sure those flangeways are clean, you start to take that paint off. So, and then I had the paint in between the tracks. Then you got to clean the paint off the rail, and I made more work for myself. So do yourself a favor, listen to Dummy over here, and see, why is that camera freezing on me? Damn it. All right, I don't know why that one's doing what it's doing. It was working fine yesterday. It was working fine up to now. Yeah, so take it from Dummy over here and mix your concrete or your asphalt, whatever color you're using, in the drywall mud, and then lay it down. So definitely makes it easier. Then when you do scrape up in between the rails, you're not scraping paint off because it's already colored. So anything you scrape off, it should still be colored, you know. You're not trying to carefully paint in between the rails and not get it all over everything, all sloppy and everything. So John said 24 LED lights hung and more bench work completed. Awesome. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you, John. It's been a long time coming. I know when you bought that house, I'm gonna say you bought it with the train layout in mind. You wanted a nice big basement and everything for that, a big open basement, and it's awesome. I know it's been a while since you've been able to do anything with the layout, and good for you, man. Definitely looking forward to the update. Thomas is going to the CSX Henderson sub tomorrow. Awesome. That'll be some good footage. Crooked River to unload logs and pulpwood. Oh, you're talking about the crane. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I do. I didn't ask you to marry me, so what are you doing? Talking about coloring the mud. 187, you get Trains Freak email. If you don't, I believe it's on his About page on his channel. So, all right, man. Thanks for popping in. Hope everything goes well. I just dropped all kinds of people out. I had 21 at one time, and I was trying to look up. I'm down to 15. You must be boring the hell out of you guys. else on the crane? Cranes are Arctic Tech model RB17 crane. Yeah, no doubt. I can't complain. I had some obstacles to get around, but I can't complain. Haven't even thought about the top level, man. I got kind of involved in doing this cement plant. And then I think I showed last week behind me, Mally's chocolates back there. The wife finally, I switched gears to that because she was finally able to find time to make the decals, or to make it's actually vinyl on the cricket machine or whatever it's called. And so she was able to finally get time to make the lettering for me. So I switched gears and was messing with that, and kind of got that scene pretty well wrapped up. We could probably still do some, some foliage and some other little details and stuff, no doubt. But then I'd been kind of working on the concrete plant, cement, not concrete, cement plant, and building it and trying to figure that out. And then I've kind of just gotten into that. Jason helped me rework some of the area, how I access it. I moved the turnout down the main line instead of where it was at, and did a whole bunch of stuff like that. And that area is coming. What is this? Oh, thanks. It's John's channel. Yeah, check John's stuff out, man. John's been around for quite a while. He just hasn't been time. He got a couple young boys, and he's got time issues, and he switched jobs a few times, and he works nights, and blah, blah, blah. A lot of stuff going on with John. So it's been a while since he's been able to really run trains and have a layout and everything like that. Never boring with the brew, Dave. Thanks, buddy. I can say that about the short line, too. Short line Thursday. Never boring. Never a dull moment, man. Just grab me another coffee. I'll manage another hour. Train Freak, Ink Trails is a better suggestion. Architect are great models. There you go. I think the RB17 fits his era. Is that, you're looking for the 22? So does that mean it's a newer model? Yeah, I get it, John. I'm fortunate. I really am with my schedule, the job I have. It allows me to do this hobby. Oh, cool. Chris sent me some photos. All right, I like those. Cool. Kids. Sorry about that. Yeah, no doubt, man. Thursday's a day to get everybody wound up. Wound up. Yeah. Well, it's not so much I don't have the time. I'm off most weekends. I have Tuesdays and Thursdays off usually. At least two days off during the week, unless I pick up hours, and I have the weekends off. In general, Tuesday, Thursday I'm off. Saturday, Sunday I'm off. Again, generally. So time isn't always the issue for me. It's just like I haven't had any desire to do much lately. So even though I have the second level ready to go, all the bench work is in, good to go. Um, it's desire to do anything. And the thought of laying all that track again after and building a second layout is what I'm doing. I just built all this layout, not all of it, but I mean, all the track work and stuff is mostly in and that, all the main lines in and stuff. So I'm literally building a second layout. It's the same size as the first layout, which, by the way, I tore down a layout to start building this layout. So it'll be like my third layout since 2017. So I don't know if I'm just getting burned out or what, but I just didn't have any desire to do anything. So when I did finally get a little bit of mojo back and I had an idea or two, and that's what happens. I'll just suddenly decide, hey, I'm going to work on this. And then that's what I do. I bounce around. Thanks, Macarvo Studios. Welcome, first of all, and thank you for reminding everybody to hit the thumbs up. I appreciate you guys if you do. If you would. Hardy says, oops, you get the old job back, then I can keep building the layout. Yeah. When are you going to find out anything about that? Like, when are you actually able to go back to work, buddy? Anything said about that? Oh, no. Well, that's good news, but extra parts for what? Yeah. That's a kind of big project there. Because, like you said, it's not just making two bridges into one and making it look right, and then you have the operations issue with it and making it so it's sturdy enough. It's That's not always easy, and it's good. It's looking good. Just time consuming. I get that. Totally get that. Oh, let's see. Play around a little bit here. I think I could just reach it. Maybe get over there. Stop being ornery. I don't know. Trying to change these camera views, but that was just. There's a different view. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my cameras today, man. So the river, man, you couldn't even see the river. I had to actually take a damp cloth and wipe it all off. After all the sanding I did with that drywall mud, it was like everywhere, man. It's crazy. Hey, real buddy, how you doing? Thank you. ANC Railroad and N Scale Life Journey. Howdy, everybody. What a good and rainy morning. I have, yeah. It's raining here too, man. Okay, John. Yeah, get back to work on that layout. Let's see some video. Need to change water heater and venting first. Yeah. I mean, I had so much to do down here before I was even able to start doing any building. Trying to stay motivated finishing a roof, but I don't like shingling. Kit is released for sale, but I have to tell people it is a lot of work. Okay. Yeah. Check out Woodland Scenics Bantam drag shovel. I bashed one into a small crane using Sheepscott 45-ton brass boom kit. It has 40-foot boom length. Might be a solution. So, well, thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. You kind of a glare off of the lights on the ceiling there, but not bad. Yeah, I like it. I got another one to the right of it. You got that. You got the TV in between it, and there's another one to the right of the TV. Over there. But you get a little bit of a glare from the lights off of it. So, yeah, I was kind of working into the corner there for a while, and then I got kind of bored of it. But that's coming along. Down through there. I mean, I've made progress, don't get me wrong, but I mean, I could be a lot further ahead if I was a little more diligent, maybe the word I'm looking for, like more into it. Like I said, I've just been having a rough time lately getting that mojo, that motivation, whatever you want to call it. So, Dave being a defense scale. No, thanks, Ray. Oh, shit. Yawning to death over here. Let me see if I can share a link. I did finally get the new computer up and running. That's what I've been using the last couple of weeks. But I'm having some issues, I think, with these cameras communicating with it. For whatever reason. What am I looking for? Purchases. I'm trying to see if I can share this link. I'll show it to you here in a minute. And what I'm talking about. Oh, that's cool. Wrong size. Don't mind me. I get on eBay and I get lost. I get lost down the rabbit hole. How do you share this stupid thing? Let's see. I think your layout looks great. Thank you, ANC Railroad. Just do it. You can do it. Ah, that's good. You be quiet over there. Hey, Fred. Popped in for a minute, say good morning. You're in for a short trip. Oh, yeah. Where you heading? Anywhere fun? Thanks for popping in. Be safe on your trip. All right. Somebody see if they can open this link and tell me what comes up because Let me change cameras again. Maybe. See if it works. It's me. I'm back. Yeah. So I ordered and found, in honor of my son, I want to do a military train, at least a few cars. This tanks and stuff are so expensive, especially to buy modern stuff. So I found a guy on eBay that 3D prints these Abrams tanks. And I don't think it came out bad at all. I painted it up a little bit. It comes in a different, hang on. It comes in a different, it's tan, but I think it's just the wrong color of tan. So I use this camo paint, Rust-Oleum camouflage, whatever the hell color this thing is. Camo sand, and painted that one, and just some pavement color. They come in this. They come like this. I bought it. They come as a 2-pack. And one of them, it came. The gun was broke off, and these are done with filament, so they're not as detailed. You know, you do have some of the lines from the filament. H&H Express model and scale low. But if they're going down the track, and I think the size isn't too bad on them, you know, they're not like overly detailed or anything. You can see how it has the, you know, the filament lines and stuff in it. It's not terrible. I mean, the price was pretty good. I think it was open for offers. I think I got the pair of them for, I want to say 12 plus shipping, and you combine shipping. So I ordered 3 packs of them. And like I said, I painted this one up with that sand paint. I don't know how realistic it looks. I haven't really researched it. I just kind of went with what looked, God damn it, looked good to my eye. So found another guy that was selling some flat cars. I got them, blue box kits. I got them at a decent price. And yeah, so if that link works, well, Curly, I put a link up there for an eBay guy. If you open the link, let me know if it works. Yeah, well, I bought 6. And I got a good price on them. And I contacted him about the broken one that had a broken gun on it. He's going to replace that one for me. No cost of, you know, which is nice. And he told me to keep the one, and if I'm able to like super glue the turret back on, not turret, but the gun back on, you know, to do so. So I was able to get the gun back on it. Looks okay. A little bit off maybe, but not. It's not gonna be noticeable when you're back here on a train and it's just going down. And size-wise, it isn't bad. I know Daryl has a train with him, Daryl. So he took some measurements before I bought these of the ones he has, and his are way more detailed. I don't know where I got his from, and it was really close to size. Maybe a teeny bit small, but I don't think bad. I don't think bad at all. This is with the gun, it's like 32 scale feet long. Without it, it's 25. Again, don't know if that's, you know, how that compares, but and it's about 8 and 9 feet tall, I think. Got my scale ruler here on my desk. About 9, between 8 and 9. The only thing is, it looks like maybe there's supposed to be like some whips here. like radio whips and stuff that broke off or didn't print. But I figured I could probably do some wire or something if I really wanted to. I don't know. I think they came out pretty good. Good enough for the Crooked River. And for the price, I don't think it's too bad of a deal. Hey, Curly, by the way. Sorry, you must have just popped in. So, yeah, there is a link I posted to the guy I bought it from eBay. And let me see. Maybe I can put it up there again for you, Curly. Did it actually open, Jason? M1A1 is a larger tank. I don't remember what this one is. But listen, I've said it from the beginning. I'm semi-prototypical. You know, if it looks good from, some stuff you want to look really good, but I'm not spending the money on that. To build a military train, you're looking at hundreds of dollars to do them. And, some of those guys spent, like when we went to Amherst, there was guys up there selling like flat cars with, cat dozers and stuff on them. I don't remember if I saw military stuff. Probably, I just don't remember. And there's some of the ones with those cat dozers and stuff, man, with the flat car already done and chained to it and everything. 150, 170, 125, So you're going to spend a good amount of money if you want to build a train like a long. Those military trains get pretty long. When they're moving from place to place, they get pretty long. My son didn't get no call to come back to base. He just got off base. Are these official specs? Is that what you were sending me? All right, so length 32. What did I say this one was? With the gun, it's 32, you said. Gun forward 32, yep. Whole length 26. It's right at that. Yeah, right at that. Width is 12. Not enough for width there. Might be a little skinny. No, it's not. It is about 12 and a half. Give or take. Of course, you got to go. I'm kind of just eyeballing it down. A little over 12, so that might be a little bit wide. Height, 8 feet. Let me say this was. And track up, and it's right at it. Let's see, now I'm looking at it again. It's about 7.5 to the turret, and just under 8. It's close. It's close. So I don't think too bad, and then detail-wise, again, you get the filament printer, you do see some of the lines, but again, I'm not upset over it. Radio antennas, lash down. Yeah, I see where the antennas were supposed to be, and they either didn't print or they broke off. So I'm thinking I could take a little piece of that filament, brass wire, thin brass wire, and do so. But like you said, tied down. So, see, hey Chris, you were in last night too, on the cab crew. Anthony, yeah, that's right. Let's see. So we got new orders leaving first cab for Hood. No more trips to Texas for him. for Anthony. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Well, maybe you could visit him in the summer when he goes back to New Hampshire, Anthony. On his summer visits. It's got to be a little bit closer than going to Texas. Maybe, I don't know. Anthony, where is he headed to? Wish I could type better. Okay, Lee, cool. So he's got some other military stuff on that link as well. I wouldn't mind maybe seeing. I didn't look real close. I wouldn't mind getting maybe some Bradleys, some smaller stuff. Maybe some. Would be cool. Be like some of those. I'm not a big military. I don't know all my stuff, but those big howitzers and stuff. I don't know if they're howitzers. You know what I mean? The cannons. Because my son is 101st. He's light. They're light infantry. They don't run Abrams and stuff like that. I think they might have some Bradleys. But well, yeah, I've mentioned it a few times. Nobody's jumped out at me and said, "Hey, I'll print them for you." So I found somebody that would. That's okay, man. Most of the stuff I see though is like Sherman tanks and things like that. I was having a hard time finding anybody that can do Abrams and more modern military equipment. So he's in Poland now, coming back next month, moving to Virginia. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's closer to you. A couple hours, maybe, hour and a half. Yeah, Curly, I'll get a printer one of these days. So I'm way behind again. Okay, good. A couple guys have said the link works. Good. Yeah, I have things I like to be rivet counter on. Hi, Lynn McCurdy. Sorry, I'm kind of behind on the chat, so sorry if you've been sitting there and I didn't say hi to you. Well, yeah, I have some things that I'm prototypical on. More so like my locomotives, I like to be a little more rivet counter. Rivet counter, not prototypical. But then there's things like this. It's like, that's fine. It's fine. I'll buy some jewelry chain, thin jewelry chain. I'll chain it down. I have some decals coming to make some DODX flat cars. I bought the ones I picked up were, let me see if I can get them. At least one of them. I didn't care about the names on them because I'm going to change them out to what I want. The gun does not turn, Curly. It is one solid. It's one solid tank. Everything's molded in one piece, so nothing turns. That's fine. I didn't need it to turn. I can't remember what he was asking for. The link, I think he wanted 14 or 16 for two. It was 16 or best offer. And then if you buy, and they come as a 2-pack. So it's two of them in one pack. So I think I made him an offer. He counter offered, and I bought, I think, 4 at first. I was going to buy 2. I was going to buy one set of 2 to see what they were like. And then when I was reading the measurements and when Daryl went and measured his for me, I was like, you know what? It's really close. Yeah, they're not as detailed as what he has. But, you know, I'm okay with that. And like I said, I think I got him down because by the time I ordered the third 2-pack, he was like, I could do, you order the 3, I'll do 12 a piece or something like 12 a set. And he combined shipping, so shipping ended up being like $5-6 for all of it. So I mean, not too bad, man, not too bad. I mean, obviously you get what you pay for, but I don't know. I'm not upset with that. Um, Anyone going to the train show in Denver April 1st? I will not be going to the train show in Denver. I'll tell you that. Maybe some of the guys that live out that way will be going. Could only found everything filed but that one. Well, I think that was the problem. Most guys were like building like Shermans and stuff. I wouldn't mind the Sherman, or was it? What was the one that was later? More the Korea era. Um, the town I lived in for a while, the library outside the library had a tank. It wasn't a Sherman. It was like next generation after that. I want to say Patton. No, that's not right. But it was a cool looking tank, and it's still sitting there. They repaint it every so many years because the weather beats it up. But it's just a static display. It's outside between the city hall and the tank, or between the library. Surprised it's even allowed to be there anymore. But I always thought it was a cool display. So maybe I would go with like a Sherman or something for something like that. In front of a VFW or something. One of those old World War II cannons or some shit like that would be kind of cool. That's possible, Jason. Mr. Jimbo Trains. Good morning. How's it going? Thanks for popping in. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to find some something like that too. Some Bradleys. I got a vintage Trans Am. Would that work? Yeah. Yeah. Really is. It's close enough, man. And if when it's going down the tracks, it's going to look well enough. You know, even if the camera's fairly close to it, I think it'll still look okay. So I don't know if I got the right color. Like I said, I use this. It is the camo sand. This stuff don't spray very well, man. It's like it's so flat that it gets stuck in the nozzle. I don't know. It's like flatter than flat. It's like extra flat. I don't know. First time I use that stuff, so I look for files on Colts. I don't know what that is, but take your word on it. Well, I got each one of these. I bought these from same buyer, brand new, old stock. This one's actually undecorated. They're 85-foot flat cars, or 86-foot flat cars, 85 or 86. What this one says on the instructions, it's 85. Yeah, 85. So we'll see. They're a little wide for it, but I don't know how they would actually be up on there, but you get the gist of it, you know. And I gotta find the right color yellow. I'm gonna paint these. This one's undecorated, so I just wash it down and paint it. The other two I'll have to strip and paint them yellow, and then I'll like I said, I got a decal sheet I bought from eBay as well from the seller there. It was like $6-7 for a sheet, and you get 4 cars out of the sheet. So I figured I got 3, and then I would have an extra in case I mess something up, on decaling. Because believe me, that happens a lot. I try, guys. I try. I'm not the best at any of this. So I should probably see about finding some decals for these. Just they do have some markings on them. I just have to get some pictures and see what I can do on my own. But I'm sure there's some decals for those I can probably add. But you're looking at Shermans. Yeah, I like the Sherman thing, but it's not going to be on a modern day military train, most likely, unless it's going somewhere like as a static display someplace. Like I know on my son's base, they have by the airfield, they have some old planes. Well, yeah, but you're not going to Texas anymore, Anthony. It seems like New Hampshire would be closer than Texas to Maryland, but I don't know. I'm no geographer. I already showed it last night. I was having so much fun. I did not realize how late it was. I'll take some pics of the way I set up my signals on our layout. Cool. Curly's printed a lot of stuff off Thingiverse. Jim, did you weigh in on any of this tank stuff or no? Yeah, I didn't even think to ask you guys if any of you guys could print. I've mentioned it a couple times, but that I would like to do it, but just kind of been passing. You got a 3D printer? Well, that's a whole hobby in itself. I mean, that would you wouldn't even be messing with your trains though. That's kind of one of the reasons I've decided to kind of hold off on it. Number one, I'm not sure exactly which way I want to go. I'd like to go with resin, but I feel like some things you kind of need to go with filament, bigger things. I believe a couple of you guys have told me that. Hey Bernard, good morning. How the hell did I get backwards in the chat? We came in with the scouts. So there's a lot of video on military trains. Okay, that's good to know. Good morning, Waycross. There you go. Thought I saw you pop in. Yeah, Thomas prints a lot of stuff, man. He's like Jim Tedesco. Them printers are always running, man. I don't think Jim's ever get a break. Yeah, that'd be cool. I have to look at that guy's site more to see if he has any. Resin cast. I don't know. Oops. Let's see. I'll put two on one flat car. Okay. Was it too heavy, probably? Okay, good to know. I just was setting them up there to give a visual of them having the length of the car. Um, so, do you ever see two tanks on one, or has Curly got a point there to not to put two tanks on one flat car? They do a tank in like some other smaller vehicles, or what? All right, Kyle. Thanks for stopping. I'm going to be getting off here pretty soon. Anyways. I think I heard my son finally getting up. He was up gaming probably last night forever. I'm like Kyle. I'm getting some breakfast myself. Let's see. South Georgia, weather's finally warming up. It's supposed to be about 50 or so here today. It's supposed to rain all day, though. Yeah, damn bosses. Yellow ochre. Good to know. Yellow ochre. I think I might have some yellow ochre, actually. I was going to buy some rattle cans and see if I can get that to match. Anybody know of any rattle can colors as close to yellow ochre? Yeah, yeah, probably. Hey, John, how close are you to Ohio? I live in Cleveland. I'm in more northeast Ohio, but I mean, it might not be too far of a travel to meet somewhere. Maybe this summer when the weather gets nice. Oh, yeah? Keep talking. I was just looking for cheap flat cars. I knew they were somewhere on that 80 foot, 85 foot, 86, whatever the hell they are, foot length. Yeah, shenanigans. Take it easy, H&H Express. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. You and that printer, man. What's going on with that? You're in number trouble, I feel like, with that damn thing. Really. Yeah. Like I said, these are 85. That said 85. I think one says 86 on it as far as the length. Okay, Ray. Thank you for coming in. Okay. Not bad. We may meet somewhere over by Deschler or Fostoria or something like that. So it'd be kind of about halfway for each of us. Be a good time. I wouldn't be against that. Or, I mean, figure something out. Maybe get Pappy to hook up with us. He likes to go rail fanning and that. And I got Gooseland Railroad over here, my buddy Justin. We're going to get him to take a trip over that way with me. Meet up when the weather gets nice, June or so, and do some rail fanning. And I don't know. I like to get to meet people I talk to on here, man. Especially when we're fairly close in distance. Hey, Randall. So, I mean, definitely, I know my emails and my about page. So, definitely feel free to hit me up. Let me know who you are and send me your email. I don't know who you are. Unless your email is totally different than your name, I'll know who you are. But if not, definitely let me know who it is. But heck yeah, man. Oh, does he? I'll have to check that out. Look, guys, it's just like something that's what kind of happens with me. I lose focus on the railroad, which I'm trying not to do. So this may be a project for, I don't know, another day or not. We'll see. um, I tend to lose focus on things because I see something shiny over here, so I'm going to go play with that, kind of deal. And look like something cool to do. Happen to come across these tanks from this guy. I was like, okay. And like I said, once I saw that they're pretty close to scale. Got to watch. The 3D guys do great work, most of them, or at least the ones I've come across. And the one issue with one guy. Now, some guys were telling me I was wrong, and it is scale. But the farmhouse I got from one guy was small. In my opinion, was small. It was between N scale and HO scale. So it wasn't quite an N scale house. To me, it wasn't quite an HO scale house. Some guys were telling me, yeah, it is because it's not sitting on a foundation. So that's why it looks short. That's why it looks small. Don't know if I buy that excuse, but whatever. That was probably the only negative experience I had. It wasn't even negative. It was more, listen, the guy gave dimensions, he gave photos, everything else. It was not his. It wasn't him trying to pull one over or nothing like that. It was just me and my perception. I will admittedly tell you I have a self-diagnosed case of OCD or something along those lines. And I'm not making fun of people that do. And when I say self-diagnosed, I mean, if something doesn't look right to my eye, it will drive me insane. I don't care if the measurement is right. I don't care if it says it is. I can measure something out and it can be right on the number. When I look down the line at something, say like a stripe, I put striping down. I don't care if I have the measurement exactly the way it says it should be. If my eye doesn't like it, I have to change it. It will drive me insane. You may never notice it, but it will bug me to death. And it's stupid, and it drives me stupid, but that's the way I am about stuff. It can be a blessing and it can be a pain in the ass. Oh, do they? Okay. I'll go. Just another reason to go to Hobby Lobby. I wanted to go there anyway. There's some other shit I'm looking for. Oh, here goes fame procedure on my legs. We do those at work too. A couple of surgeons that do them. I don't know that people have a ton of pain afterwards. Maybe some discomfort. I don't know if it's like excruciating or not. I've never had it done. I do have some. I probably should have done at some point. None of them are bothering me. I know they can become pretty painful though, Waycross. As you know, I'm sure. I don't know about afterwards. I don't seem to have too much pain in recovery. It's more maybe some burning if they feel. But anyways. Yep, he sure does. Mike, nuts, can't think of his channel name. But yeah, he does live in Fostoria. I've never met the guy. I haven't been to Fostoria in a minute. Oh yeah, we can get a whole bunch of people. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll just kind of plan on a day sometime June, July, August. I don't know. And we can do, that's what Pappy and my buddy Justin, we did a couple summers ago. We went out to Deschel and we met Pappy and his wife. Justin and I drove out together because he lives about 40 minutes from me, actually east of me. So we met up and we drove out there together and met Pappy and his wife and Deschler, spent some time there, had lunch, then we shot down to Fostoria, or over to Fostoria. On the way, we went and checked out North Baltimore, the intermodal yard there for CSX. And so we did that and made a day of it, man. Did it on, I think we did it. I might have done it on a Saturday. I don't remember. Because I knew it was going to be a long day. I didn't want to do it on like a Tuesday or a Thursday where I had to work the next day. Or I might have had one of those days off or something where I had like 2 days in the middle of the week off or whatever. Super heavy, 89-foot TTX slide cars are like die cast, super heavy. I mean, these are, like I said, the ones I showed you, the 85 footers are, they're blue boxes. They're new. I mean, all the stuff's in the little pouches still, never opened. You know, the little manila envelope that used to come with all the parts and stuff in it. They're not open. They're new. They're new kits. I love kits. Well, yeah, that's kind of. I wouldn't mind finding some of that stuff in there to add in there. You know, maybe add a couple more cars. I got the 6 tanks, and then maybe add a couple more cars with. So that'd be 3 cars. Maybe add 3 more. I'd have to find 3 more flat cars. So hit me up, Jason, if you are selling some of that stuff. Is that the ones you're talking about that you have? Send me a messenger or something. We'll talk about it if you're getting rid of them. You have major OCD. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, it's a blessing in a way, but it's a pain in the ass too because, you know. But what happens is then things end up looking, um, in my opinion, eventually they end up looking better, and because of that, because you get so particular about how you're doing something, but sometimes it stalls the hell out of you, man, and you just, I don't know. So, anyways, yeah, and I think I might want to stay with the 3D stuff. Being I'm starting out with the 3D printed tanks. You know, Anthony, if I could find some of that stuff more to 3D, it looks somewhat similar to what I have, so it doesn't look like the super detailed, freaking awesome Bradley, you know. And then you have something like this here that looks good, but it's basic. It's not really overly detailed, you know. I think it would really become noticeable. The one is not if you have the other that is. Does that make sense? And then this would happen. And I would have to go spend the money and buy super detailed shit that I really don't want to spend the money on. Okay, man. You take care. 187. Thanks for popping in, hanging out. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Not so much OCD. Like I'm not knocking on light switches before I turn them off and stuff. And again, I'm not making fun of that stuff. I'm really not meaning to make fun of that because it's a serious thing. And I would never wish that on somebody to be that have that type of issue. Yep. Yep. I agree. I agree. Oh, did he? So the club was the Pastoria Train Club. I thought something like that. He is Risden in Rome or something. Risden in Rome was the name of his channel. Or I don't know if it still is. Because he had like Mike's Garage or something like that, where he would do like car repairs and lawnmower repairs and stuff like that. Listen, I don't think he's a bad guy. I think you guys just didn't see eye to eye on something, and it got stupid on his end. So Um, you know, whatever. I think you guys were able to get that settled through the proper channels. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, and you're old, kind of really old, so I get it. I think it's those Atlas ones, but I don't like Atlas that much, anyways. Yeah, well, send me a thing. We could talk about it. Let me know what you think. If you're gonna get rid of them, let me know what you think you want for them. Like I said, I think I paid 12 or 14. I think when all was said and done, I think I paid about. We combined shipping on them. I think I paid. I think between 11 and 13, somewhere like that. And believe it or not, I paid more for the undecorated one than I did for the ones that was the two that were decorated. One is like a Fruit Growers Express. It's like an orange color. So, like I said, I didn't care what was on them. I was going to strip them down and repaint them. The flat cars. HO scale chain to hold them down. I have found some jewelry chain that's pretty damn close. I haven't done measurements on it, but you go to like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, places like that, and they have that fine chain where people make bracelets and jewelry out of. Those are filthy. Um, so I'll have to check it out and see. I headed for the old layout. I chained down some loads, some flat steel loads on a bulkhead flat with it. But I'll have to check it out and like just double check and see how close or not it is. Hey James, good morning. Yeah, we're still kind of going. I'm probably gonna. It's what 10:50, so say by 11 o'clock. I'm gonna call it, guys. I want to get some things done. Like I said, my kid's home. I don't want to be on this all day. Um, Although I think he does have some plans this afternoon with his buddies. So if he goes out, I'll probably be down here trying to do some work on the layout. I'm out of striping, yellow striping for highways and byways, so I have some coming. I put in an order through Yankee Dabbler for some stuff, some safety cage ladders, highways and byways, and then what was the other item? Did I actually? I know I had looked at it. I think I actually ordered them to the fire escape kit from them. I was thinking about doing some more detailing work on the silos. I would show you if I can get this damn camera to work. I'm gonna give it another try. If it goes away, then I'm not going back to it. Yeah, I don't know why it's blank. I don't know. I don't know why the camera's doing it, but it's kicking me off of everything when I go to that camera. Now, that one's fine. It's this other one. Now, I don't know if it's because I have it on an extended cord um, or what. And it's like this new computer is not liking. It's not a new computer. It's new to me. It's newer than my old one I had. Um, so I don't know if it's just the cord and it's not working out, but do you have an email address or anything I can send it to, James? Like on your about page? Jim, you got a sticker, man? I don't think I have one of your stickers. This seems to be a new thing, man. I gotta order some more stickers. I don't know, Bernard, but I bet you that would be something to think about. Chain binders. I made my own binders. I'm sure they're not to scale for that load. I made them out of wire, um, very fine wire, and I left the coating on, like in the middle, to make it look like the thicker part of the ratchet binder, and cut a little piece, left a little piece, glued a little piece off for the handle. They look okay. I was experimenting with something, and like I said, it was back when I first got back into it. I think I've seen some of that kind of stuff somewhere. I know that don't help. I've seen it somewhere. That's a good thought. I wonder if this one does plug in at all. I think it does have a plug on it. I'm going to find the right adapter for it, the right plug for it. I have another one. This one it has 4 plugs, and I have one that has 7, but that one has never worked right for me. Never. All right, Joe. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully, I'll get to see you at the show at the end of April. Timonium. I don't know if you're going or not, but hopefully, I get to see you. 36-inch wheel sets coming from Lombard. I love Lombard, man. Hey, Derek. How you doing? Yeah, I don't know. This is, I don't know what the hell this one is. It's newer than the one I was using. It's a Dell. Um, I think it's Windows. I think it's 11. I don't know what the hell is on it. I just know this one's about 3 years old, and the one I was using was probably 6 to 8 years old. And it had no more memory left in it. It was full pretty much. And probably would have been fine if I would have went ahead and cleaned it up, maybe unloaded some stuff off of it. That's okay, Jason. I'm getting off here anyways. Maybe hit me up later on at your lunch break, or if you get some time later today. Tested positive. Yeah. That shit doesn't mean anything anymore. Third plastic. That is oh shit. It is a rod. It is a plastic rod. Damn it, Anthony. What the hell is that stuff? You're the one that turned me on to it. I just couldn't get that area stable enough. I want to say it's like a resin, but it's not. It's damn it. I don't even have it handy here. I could grab it real quick to tell you what it is. I didn't want to put. Oh, excuse me. I didn't want to block the seams with a bunch of wood posts. And in that area, because if you look underneath there, you can see like all the little brackets and stuff along the wall back, like in here and down there a little further, like there. That is the climb that comes up behind to the second level. So my bench work doesn't go all the way to the wall. I could not get that to stabilize enough. So I put those rods in there. I was talking to Georgia Sunbelt Anthony, and I can't remember what the hell they're called. But it's like a clear plastic. I'm going to say resin or something. That's in place of like a piece of 1x2 or 2x2 or whatever to hold that up. So that's cool, James. Interested to see that. Rigging. Yeah, I have to look up rigging. And sometimes you got to know the words to look up. You know what I mean? Not just put chain. You know, you're looking for more than just chain. You want, you know. So sometimes when you search for something, you got to put in the right stuff. So, anyways, Bernard, I can't think of the word of what I'm looking for, but I got one here. I got one more to the right of it. I'm probably gonna have to put one over here on the left side of the bridge as well. You know, yeah, once it catches your eye, then you kind of get annoyed by it, I think. But it's better than blocking a scene with a big freaking wood dowel or something. And that's basically what it is. It's a dowel, but it's clear plastic. And it's got a little bit of give in it. So if you hit it with your arm, you're not going to break it unless you really hit it. It's pliable enough, but it's strong. I mean, this isn't moving. It's not that I'm putting anything heavy up there, but it was just wobbly enough that I didn't want scenery to break loose from cracking and stuff because it wasn't sturdy enough. And I did make the holes so that I could take them out. Like when I was working on the scenery there, I took them out because I just didn't want to keep bumping into them. So acrylic, God bless it. Thank you, Dave, BNSF. Thank you so much. I could not think of that word. Acrylic. They're acrylic rods. And I don't remember the size of them, maybe a 1/4 inch round. I didn't want to go ridiculously big. There's a couple other areas I may have to use them in. My goal was to not have anything. That's why I went with there's no legs around the wall. There's legs under the peninsula because I don't know how else I was going to do that. I did not want to drill into my floor. So, because I thought about just building a wall and like securing it to the floor and securing it to the ceiling. That would have been an option for the peninsula because basically that's what I did. I built a table and I built a knee wall that sits on top of the table and is screwed down into 2x4s that are running vertically along the table, middle of the table for support. And then it's also tied into the wall and the ceiling for support at the top. Nah, I'm good with what I got there. Believe me, I thought of just about anything I could think of. Hey, race fan. Morning. Honestly, believe me, Derek, I was losing my mind over it because, but I'm happy with that. If I really was gonna do some kind of video and sending it to like Model Railroader or something like that and taking photos or videos, I could pop those out so they wouldn't be in the way. You would never notice them. You wouldn't know about it, you know. So I think you see it a little bit more because of the way the lights are shining on it from behind. But I don't notice it when I'm just looking over there. Not really. So, like I said, I may use them in a couple other spots just because I need to have this extra stability. But all in all, I'm happy with it. And they are acrylic, basically dowels. They're, I think, a 1/4 inch. I mean, you could get them wide. I got them on Amazon, and I cut them down with like a fine hacksaw blade by hand. Um, I think I got these in 18 inches long. 12 were too short, but 18 was too long. I might have had to go 24. I can't remember now. Like I said, I have to find them and look them up. Um, but you know, what can I say? What can I say? It was an idea that, I was running it by. I had, this is a bit of conglomeration. This build. I swear to God, a lot of you guys have been really great with, um, throwing ideas my way or letting me bounce ideas off you, things like that. And Anthony was bouncing some ideas off of him, and probably a week or two later, he just said, "Dave, I don't know why I didn't think of this when we were talking about it." And bam, he sent me a link to some acrylic rods, and he goes, "Why don't you try that and see?" And lo and behold, I'm happy with it, very happy with it. So, uh, well, shoot, I don't know where it's at. I know I bought it off Amazon. I'm trying to find the link to put in there if anybody's interested in it. I think it just looks better than having wood in the way. And they're really strong. Way stronger than I thought they would be. I mean, I'm not putting 50 pounds or nothing up on top of them. You know what I mean? I might be able to. I don't know what they hold, but um, damn it, where are you at? No, I bought them off Amazon. So they're not making them anymore. They got to be making them still. Going through my history. Smart. Oh well, it's okay. Oh, I did have it up there. I thought it was. These are 3/8 inch diameter, about 18 inches long. All right, see if that link works. No, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Love to see it. Hell, if you have a link to it, just post it. But you can definitely send me. My email's in the about page. Thanks. Hey, Mystic. First of all, and thanks. Um, very good. John, take care, buddy. That you guys are 3 required to have a 3 required to have a live stream. Where's Scully Kill been? I haven't seen John Scully Kill for a while. Is he okay? Um, That's my email there, guys. If whoever's wanting to send me email or correspondence or videos or whatever, so you don't have to go searching for it. If you just want to copy and paste that, I don't know if that'll open or not. It's not really a link. I just typed it in there. Ah, that's right. That's right. I forgot he does taxes. That explains it. Speaking of that, son of a bitch, I gotta do my taxes. Last couple of years, I've had to pay. You don't have the kids to deduct anymore. Uncle Sam seems to think I got money now. Hate to pay him and just send more of it to the Ukraine. Wouldn't it be awesome if they would ask us what we want to do with our taxes? Oh, yeah, wait, we send representatives there. They're supposed to do our bidding. Oh, nothing, Anthony. I was just having a complete brain fart over the acrylic rod that was your idea. I was trying to give you credit for it, and I couldn't think of the damn name. What the acrylic? I couldn't think of acrylic. That's what you missed. All right. I really should cut this short. I said I was going to cut it off at 11. It's 5 after, 6 after now. This railroad ain't going to build itself. I need more Johns. You take that in a lot of different ways, John. Handle the Duke Ellison. The Duke Ellison. So, all right. Oh, Bernard, man, you're always working on something, buddy. No, it is not. The only Conrail I have up there is the Scale Train C39-8 patch for CSX. It's too old for me to run, really, for my era. I have a CSX YN2 scheme up here, too, right there with that Conrail. It's a second shelf down underneath the Amtrak, all the way to the left there. Those two. Everything else is CSX or C&O chassis in this case. So, yeah. Okay, guys, I am going to call it. Check Jim Tedesco out later, 6 p.m. on his channel for Short Line Thursday. And then we'll see you there. All right, guys. Just do it. You're a schmo. You're a schmo, man. All right. You guys take care. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Have a great day. And catch you on the streams down the road, man. Down the rails. All right. Bye for now.